Hi, this is Chris Buss with Traders Profit Compass with 10 trades about to happen for your consideration. Let's get started. I did a whole write-up on St. Joe today. I have a link to the write-up in the blog, but for those of you that missed it, just a quick overview. We've got a big bull flag here with the top of the flag at 27. I have 27 alarmed in my system, and the measured move points to 32.5. Very strong chart. I love the pattern. I love the setup here. So alarm 27 in your system for a bull flag breakout on Joe. Keysight. This has been like a forgotten name in 2020. It was very popular, obviously, back here in 2018 and 2019 when it had a stellar run up to 110. And it has basically taken 2020 off so far with this consolidation. But bigger picture, big ascending triangle, pressing against 110. We've got touches here, here, and now here. We've got PPO resetting at the zero line and breaking higher. We have RSI already breaking out. I've got 110 alarmed in my system for a breakout. I'd be looking for 130, 140 as a target for the breakout when and if it happens. Really like that setup. Got a couple setups here on Best Buy and the XRT retail ETF. The reason I put them both down is they're basically the same setup. Best Buy breaking out above 115, coming up to 122.5. Just last week, back tested the breakout at 115, which coincides with the 20 EMA. I like this one to go higher. I think you can be long against 115 on Best Buy. Another way to approach it is with XRT, that basically, again, has the same technical setup, a breakout and a back test of 53 and the 20 EMA. The reason I like XRT, not over and above Best Buy, but as a different approach, is if you have a bullish view on retail, what XRT allows you to do, of course, is take a long position and hold through all of the, retail earnings season. So if, there's an announcement of a stimulus package or just a run up into holiday sales towards the end of the year, XRT would be a great way to play that. Of course, if you've got individual favorites like Costco or Best Buy or really any individual name, you're welcome to play that, but it gets risky at earnings. I don't like to hold through earnings season on individual names. That's why a lot of times, whether it's KRE for the regional banks or XRT for retail, if I have a view on a sector, I like taking the ETF and then basically being long the whole sector if I have a bullish view on it. Moving on, GE. This is not going to be confused with any big Momo name, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention. It does have a nice technical setup working. Long base here between, say, 575 and 7.25. It has just broken out above that range and above the 200. What I'd like to see on this is a back test of the 200 in the breakout, and that would be a great place to get long. I see a first target at 850, but then above 850, you've got a huge volume over price void here where you're not going to have a lot of resistance until it gets up to 1075, and that would be a real nice trade to participate in if you can get a run from 750 to almost $11. That would be a great trade. Tech Resources, I had featured this the other day in our morning note. I really like this resource play. We've got a impulsive move higher, then a nice consolidation. It did break out of the wedge, but we haven't got that impulsive move yet that I anticipate, and I still think the setup is a good one to go higher, and at a minimum test the prior high at 1550. The measured move has price going up towards 1750, and I put in the blog notes with this name that there may be an underappreciated fundamental catalyst behind this name. They took a 60% stake in a large copper mine in Chile. It's called the QB2 mine. It's got a Spanish name, QB2. And it supposedly is a fantastically rich ore deposit on copper that will allow Teck to have a very low cost of goods and mining in copper. And if you've been paying attention, copper has been absolutely ripping. So Teck stands to have a really nice income stream from this new mine acquisition that they got at the beginning of 2020. So that may prove to be, a catalyst beneath the surface that will help drive this stock higher. I really like Teck. Alcoa is another resource play, this time on aluminum, obviously. Big triangle. Price has already recaptured the fast-moving averages, and now it's testing the downtrend resistance of the triangle and the 200 EMA. I've got 14 alarmed in my system for a breakout. I think you get a quick move up to 16, which would be a good move in itself, but I think the real prize is a move above 16, where price is going to move into this void where there's not a lot of lateral resistance, and hopefully I think there's a good chance of a fast move up to 20. So that's why I want to pay attention on Alcoa. And you could also take the view that I'm not going to mess around in this congestion area. I'm just going to set an alarm at 16 and then just play for that move here, the $4 move from 16 to 20. Both are absolutely reasonable ways to play Alcoa. Olin is a commodity chemical company. This is the weekly chart. You can see that it's been in a pronounced downtrend for the last couple of years. This is part of the reflation, reopening, restocking, value trade. So price has rallied up to 18, which is the pivot point on the weekly chart. On a break above, that puts price on the right side of everything, the right side of the chart, if you will. And I think if price can clear 18, I'd be looking for 23 as a first move, and then after that potentially 27. But I think 23 is the most reasonable target at the moment. But your trigger is a break above 18. I like that setup. This FUTU Holdings, It's a software name. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but I like the setup here. We've got a very well-defined value range between 27.50 and 34, with price flagging just below resistance. I've got 34 alarmed in my system for a breakout. You can see that price is above all the moving averages, and those will act as support on the way up. We've got momentum turning around and breaking higher, and we've got RSI that has already broken out a while back. So on a break above 34, I'd be looking for a move to 40. You may see some resistance here at 36.5, 37, but I think once this level, if it were to break, I think it's going to go up and make a run at the prior high, and that would be a nice trade. $6 of upside. And then, of course, just set your stop just below 34. And I saved the best for last. I came across this chart on Southwest Airlines. I mean, cup and handle right out of the textbooks. Measured move, you take the depth of the cup, which you can see I have marked here at 36%. You extend it from the neckline of the breakout, points to 58. That's all well and good, but what really excites me about this chart is this massive air pocket here, $10 wide between 43 and 53, where there's literally no lateral resistance. I think if you got a breakout here at 43, I think you got a good chance of a fast move up to 53. If things break and the stars align, I think that's a $10 trade. Regardless of how fast it gets there, I think once you get the breakout of 43, you can set your stop just below, say 42. You got $1 of risk versus all this upside, and then you just camp out and you stay long. Any kind of vaccine news, anything good at all happening on therapeutics or anything, COVID related, you're going to see a massive, massive spike in names like this, especially Love, domestically focused airline, versus Delta and some of these other names that have a large, transcontinental business. That's not going to come back as fast as domestic air travel. And I think Love is going to be really well positioned in that market once therapeutics or vaccine are released. But just technically speaking, I think you got to get long here on a break above 43 and take your chances with a stop just below 42. I love this setup with this massive air pocket here on Southwest Airlines. Okay, there's 10 ideas for you. I hope you found at least one or two in there that get your juices flowing, get you excited about the week ahead. I really like this Love setup in particular, plus some other ones. I wouldn't put them up here if I didn't feel like they were great setups. So you take your pick. Keep in mind we've got an election in 6 trading days, so don't go off the deep end, with 10 new positions Monday morning at 9:30. Take your time, take some shots where you see fit, and keep it in balance with whatever else you've got in your trading book at the moment with the election just ahead. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like the content. Hit that alarm bell and you'll get notified whenever I post new content. Certainly look over in the show notes for links to the blog site and how to register for my content. Once you do that, you'll get a quick invitation from me to join our trading room. There you'll find a lot of sharp traders and good guys working hard trying to improve their trading. It's a great place to expand your trading network and get to know others that are working hard in their trading and focused on getting better each and every week. A lot of great ideas in there. I always encourage people, if you've got your full-time day job, that's fine. Come in after hours, scroll through the trade ideas. We've got people in there from Europe and Asia and across the States. So there's usually something going on in there most times of the day and after hours. So it's a great place to get some fresh trade ideas, to bounce an idea off other traders on setup, stuff like that. So I encourage you to do that, and we would certainly welcome you to the group. So, hope you have a good week of trading. This has been Chris Buss with Traders Profit Compass. Talk to you next time.